Barton administrators, staff, and fellow faculty. My name is Rick Beeler, and I've been a psychology instructor here for quite a while. It is a wonderful day to have you on campus. It's a beautiful day, and it's a very special day. It's a day devoted to the celebration of accomplishments. It is a day full of celebrations as MLT, nursing, paramedics receive their honors as well. Do you remember a time when you got on a commercial flight and the pilot said, "Thank you for flying," I'll leave that blank, "we know you had a choice." Well, thank you for attending Barton, because we know you had a choice, and we appreciate you coming here. We live in a time when whether you decide to go to school post-high school or not, it's a big financial decision. Barton is a bargain. And as a psychology instructor, these people we're honoring today intrigue me because they have 64 or more hours with a GPA of 3.5 or above. But more than that, they have some personality qualities that I find intriguing. This ability to delay gratification, which is so important, to do something and get more tomorrow than what you would get right now if you were to take it. This self-management skill, and I always tell students that we don't really do so well at time management, we do much better at self-management, because all time management is really self-management. It's how you conduct yourself within the context of time. They have wonderful metacognitive skills, but I want to pay a compliment to the people who drove out today to watch your loved ones receive awards. You are a major reason that they are here today and that we can honor them. The award that they received today started when you read to them as babies and later had them read to you. It was when you made sure they had their homework done, and there might have been a little conflict around that, but that's when this award ceremony started in their lives. We have a new dean of academics. His name is Brian Howe. He was a colleague in teaching math several years ago. He has been graduated to the dean position. He is doing an admirable, noble job. He is now my boss, Jefe. And I'm going to mention this word at least 3 times today. His effort is Herculean, and we have several people who are doing Herculean tasks. Strenuous, hard, difficult, back-breaking. And yet he is there to take on new assignments when they come up, and he does a wonderful job with them. Brian Howe.
I just want to extend a message to you from administration and from faculty and staff at Barton Community College, and just welcome you to our campus, welcome you to this time. I concur with what Rick shared. This is a unique celebration that we have among all of our celebrations during today in identifying and honoring students who not just, had excelled in the classroom, but in order to do that, had to excel outside of the classroom in making choices that most students don't make. And so we want to honor all of that today. And so I just hope you just enjoy your day, enjoy our campus, and enjoy this time of celebrating. Thank you for coming.
If there's any sadness today, this is a moment of it. We have a couple of retirements, and I'll hold off commenting on the second one in just a moment, but a couple of colleagues are retiring. And one of them is Vern Freiberger. I'm going to use the term again, Herculean. He has done Herculean tasks in the music department. He is a choral director extraordinaire. He is a past recipient of the Distinguished Instructor Award. And I mean this when I say it. I have never heard a negative word about the man, never. From colleagues, from administrators, from staff, from students, never. One of the things I admire about Vern is his ability to do something very few of us can do, and that is to blend in equal proportions love and authority. So he gets work out of people, and they love working for him. And that is a unique talent. He had 16 years in the Ellenwood public education system, 22 years at Barton, 38 years of extraordinary service to the field of education. Vern, stand and let us honor you. The second bittersweet introduction is Mr. Johnson's. I helped hire Edmund 18 years ago. I'd already been around a while. He has lived all over the United States. He's lived in Texas, Tennessee, the Dakotas, probably a couple more states. He's the son of a preacher. He's a former insurance salesman. And he decided he would go back to school and receive his master's degree in sociology from the University of Texas at Arlington. I don't think there's a time I've been around him that he didn't open his mouth and speak sociology and history and Old Testament, theology. And sometimes he even runs into my field of psychology, and I have to shoo him away. I'll go past his classroom. He's talking psychology, and I thought we hired him to teach sociology. Edmund and I, by the way, have team taught several classes together over the years. My good friend, my colleague, and the 2017 Distinguished Instructor, Edmund Cornell Johnson.
I would also like to thank each one of you students who chose to come here. As the previous Mr. Baylor and Mr. Howe suggested to you, you did have a choice, and I want to thank you for choosing Barton. I want to thank your parents. So the parents of these young men and women, are the grandparents here? Because you guys, grandparents, that's the ones in my age groups. Maybe great-grandparents are the ones in my age group. I've enjoyed teaching your children and your grandchildren. And yesterday I was giving a final exam, and a young man handed in his exam, and he said, "I have a message for you from my dad." I said, "Oh yeah, and he gave me his dad's name. "Oh yeah, I remember him." So yeah, I mean, now we've got two generations that took my class, and I'm sure Mr. Beeler, who's been teaching and in the education field much longer than I have, has probably got grandchildren he's been teaching. So I'm older than he is, by the way. It's just that I did other things for the first half of my working career. This is my second career. Mr. Beeler has been doing this all his adult life, ever since he got out of graduate school. And I split my life between insurance and students. Insurance during the first 20 years and students during the last 20 years. I'd like to talk about something today, though, that I hope if we can take some of these ideas that I'm gonna call them ideas, take them to heart, and some of you students have already heard me talk about some of these things. It might make the world a better place, and the first idea I want to talk about is the idea of balance. And by balance, I mean we can all pursue our own selfish interest. But the world wouldn't work very well and doesn't work very well when everybody's doing that. You do need to think about others and what they need and what they want. You can't just pursue your own self-interest and ignore everybody else's. You need to balance your self-interest and the self-interest of the other. If you can do that, then you can make the world a better place. You can make your world a place where you want to raise your children. You can make the world a place where you want to live and enjoy life, because not only are you doing that, but everyone else is doing that. And when everybody's doing that, when everybody's pursuing their own interest, but not pursuing it to the point of pushing other people out of the way, but pursuing it to the point of, yes, I need this, but this person needs this, so I can step aside and let them walk past me without bumping into them. And we need to do that with our language as well as just walking down the sidewalk. We're real good at walking down the sidewalk, or we're real good at Walmart standing in line. I'm amazed at how well we do that in our culture. Because there's other cultures where they don't stand in line. They push each other away, push each other out of the way to get to the front of the line. But we're real good at standing in line with our physical bodies. But what we have not gotten very good at, or we have maybe even declined a little bit, is the language we use with each other, the gestures we use with each other. We seem to be using language that is a little less polite and a little more get out of my way, you stupid, whatever word you want to put with that. We seem to be not showing each other respect as much as we used to with our language, and we don't seem to be taking the other into the same level of consideration as we used to. Maybe I'm just nostalgic and not and remembering the past and not remembering the bad things. So correct me if I'm wrong. But if I am wrong, we still need to get better at it. We needed to get better at it during my time, and we need to get better at it now. We need to get better at looking at the other point of view and not just always putting it down and always putting the other person down and trying to elevate ourselves by putting someone else down. And one of the ways I think we can do that is if we improve our abilities to investigate the other's needs. And one of the ways we can do that is by improving our reading skills, and we can do that by improving our writing skills, and that's what college education is about. We need to improve those skills. And you know what else? In order to understand others, we need to improve our mathematic skills. He's no longer my boss, at least not after maybe Tuesday, because I got 2 more days after today. But Mr. Howe, that you met just a few minutes ago, teaches mathematics, or did teach mathematics before he got graduated to dean. So I'm not saying this because I could curry any favor with him. I really do believe you need to improve your mathematics skills. I think I need to as well. I struggled with math when I was in college. I struggled with math when I was in grade school and high school too. I didn't really have to struggle. I created that mess myself by saying to myself over and over again, I don't like math, so I'm not going to do it. And guess what happened to my grades in math when I said that? They didn't turn out very good. And when I wanted to go to graduate school, Mr. Beeler alluded to the fact that I went to graduate school at midlife. Guess what they wanted me to do before they'd accept me in graduate school? They wanted me to take another math class. And I took it, the first A I ever got in math at 40 years old. So you can learn math. If I can do it, you can do it. And the reason it's so important that you learn math is if you're going to study human behavior, you have to be able to interpret statistics. And statistics is based on mathematics. And in order to understand the articles that you read in the newspaper, the articles you read in magazines and online, they're all based on mathematics. They're all based on reporting behavior that has been calculated through a mathematical formula. And if you can't understand that, you're going to misinterpret it. So you have to have a background in mathematics in order to truly understand the other. The other person or persons or groups that you will be dealing with the rest of your life. Understanding their tendencies and understanding your own tendencies are improved by the understanding you have of math and statistics. That's all there is to it. So as you pursue higher education beyond Barton, and those of you who are going to be going immediately in the workplace, you're going to have to be constantly studying human behavior in order to get along with others, in order to get along with the people you work with. Understanding others by being able to read about them, being able to read about human behavior, being able to interpret what you read is what I think can make the world a better place. And the purpose is so that you understand the other and you can balance your selfish interests with the needs of others and always keep that in balance. Thank you.
Can you believe I get paid to work with people like that? It's a good life. We're all just walking people home, aren't we, Ed? We have a special musical interlude from Rebecca Harmison. She is a superb musician, and I had her as a student a while back. She is a superb student as well. Enjoy what she is sharing with you. What is the official job title for a person whose responsibilities include, but are not limited to, supervising the following broad areas of campus life: tutoring services, counseling services, student activities, housing, financial aid, food service, advisement, and the Child Development Center? The title is Dean of Student Services, and we have a dandy. Angie Maddie is her name. I tell this every year, so she's going to have to endure it one more time. I met Angie when she was 18, about 8 years ago. And I was her academic advisor. I was advising psychology majors at that time, and she sat down at my desk in the C building, and I said, "What do you plan to do with a degree in psychology?" And this is what she said without blinking. She looked me straight in the eye and she said, "I want to major in psychology and one day teach at a community college." I'm finishing 41 years of teaching, and she's the only person who has ever said that to me. I was sick 2 days this semester due to the flu. She called to ask how I was doing. Thank you. When I get my blood tested, she asks about my cholesterol numbers. Several years ago, she said, "You got your 85 in capers now, don't you, Beeler?" She's still looking covetously at my job. She is going to be assisted by Brian Howell and Jane Howard and Linda McCaffrey, our history instructor, but Dean of Student Services, Angela Maddie.
This is a great day, and this is a great celebration, and we're so happy that you all could join us to honor our honor graduates. And, here we go, yay. You have met Dean Howe. He will be assisting in the presentation of the certificates. We also have history instructor Linda McCaffrey, who will be assisting, and also Jane Howard, whose title is so long I'm going to read it. Senior Executive Director of Workforce Training and Community Education, I can't imagine what her nameplate looks like, is also assisting. So as the honor graduates come up, they'll receive certificates and congratulations. We're asking that they take a place on the risers so that we can honor them all one more time at the end, and also take lots of photographs. Here we go. Dustin Anderson. Kestrel Barnes, one of my advisees. Rebecca Basil. Do we have Rebecca? Oh, yes, we do. Mary Bitter. Mary here. Channing Brewer. Catherine Brown. Aisha Champagne. I saw her come in, so I knew she was here. Janae Champlin. Also here, I'm sure, Ezekiel Charles. Ezekiel will also be honored this evening at graduation ceremonies as one of our outstanding graduates. Donna Coben Hall. And we regret that we inadvertently left off of our program that Donna is also a member of Phi Theta Kappa and Alpha Sigma Lambda. Emmeline Cochran. Michaela Cody. Christina Cook. Sarah Cook. Connor Copley. Rachel Kraft. Jessica Crow. Nicholas Seen, or Cyan, if he's here, he can come tell me. Francesca Dearman. Hannah Dane. We'll check our numbers for next year, but Hannah is also in Phi Theta Kappa, and thank you, Hannah, for letting me know. We'll cut these out. Tasha Deezer. Georgie Liline Delgado. Zane Devlamnik. Kinley Dole. Amanda Evans. Mackenzie Fabrizius. Stephanie Fagan. Leah Fisher. Kayla Foss. Jacqueline Fowler. Leonard Gallucci. Jaden Gonzalez. Javier Gonzalez. Natalia Gamarez Gouveia. Our student musician for today, Rebecca Harmison. Jermaine Harris. Andrew Hartzell. Renee Hawkins. Brittany Heidebrink. Brooke Henning. Eileen Hernandez. You can use your thumbs. Is it Aileen? It is Eileen? Awesome. Good job, Ange. Lacey Hobbs. Jessica Hogshead. Jarek Hoisington. Jakapat Horchungsai. She's not here. Terry Hughes. Hiroma Kamara. Lydia Conradi. Amanda Larson. Shade LeClaire. Aaron Leroy. Yasmin Limonard. Ida Longway. Who just returned last night from tennis nationals. Way to go, Barton women's tennis. Joshua Lucas. Julie McAtee. Ashlyn McElroy. Angela McKay. Alberto Melendez Ponce. Joanna Menchen. Vinicius Montero. Molly Morgan. Madison Mosley. Aaron Mulrooney. Reina Marilla Dolmo. Caitlin Murphy. Wade Niermeyer. Bianca Oliver. Rachel Olson. Samantha Pachabir. Irma Pina. Aaron Pennington. Thanks for being here, Aaron. We had a lull there. Travis Price. Samantha Putnam. Ando Razafandrabe. Luke Reeder. Malik Rhodes. Katrina Roenfeld. Hannah Rudy. Leandra Russell. Brianna Schartz. Crystal Schartz. Anna Schmidberger. Crystal Scott. Amber Shearer. Alfredo Smith. Zachary Steffen. Mariah Stein. Batrina Stitt. Sierra Taylor. Matthew Timms. Juliana Valente dos Santos Sebra. Curtis van der Stee. Barbara van Steenberg. Brianna von Holtz. Grace Walford. Jamie Waters. Stephanie Wayu. Cadence Wells. Colleen West. Ashley Whitmore. Jamaica Williams. Blake Wilt. Tony Withrow. Kenton Wondra. Sean Wood. Mila Zima. We're going to ask them to stay for just a few minutes, but ladies and gentlemen, Barton Community College's 2017 honor graduates.
Jane Howard will speak some closing remarks in just a moment. I knew Jane first as an accounting teacher. We taught in the C building together. She started each class with an inspirational story, which always impressed me, and I think left a mark on many hearts. She is a friend who's helped me in ways I can't repay, and once again her title is Senior Executive Director of Workforce Training and Community Education.
I love being last. I get to do the closing, and then you guys get to go eat cookies. So, nothing could be better. It's graduation day at Barton. It is one of the most exciting days that we have on campus. I looked in the crowd and I watched our graduates, and I see so many people here to support our graduates. I see friends, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, children, husbands and wives, mothers and fathers. But I also see Barton faculty, Barton staff, and Barton administrators. We're here to celebrate the success of Barton's graduates, to be so very proud, and to perhaps believe in some small or large way we contributed to the success of our graduates. Graduation day is a celebration, but it's also a mildly bittersweet day as well. We applaud the completion of yet another step in our graduates' lives. But know that with every step completed, some things will change. Some of our graduates will move on to other colleges or universities. Some of our graduates will enter the workforce. But we all know the chance of seeing these individuals on a daily basis will probably not be possible, and this is bittersweet. So graduates, as you begin your next adventure, I have 3 Barton themes to share with you for you to remember. Be Barton proud, take the opportunity, and be driven to accomplish the path you choose. Congratulations.